What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the GRETT show. Hansi Flick ball seems to be working. 3 wins in 3 matches in La Liga for Barcelona. And you know what? It didn't look too promising early on, but they turned it around. Dani Olmo with an incredible debut, Pedri with an absolute masterclass, and Rafinha, the guy just doesn't quit and has so much passion. There's so much good I want to talk to you guys about for today's match. And I also want to talk to you guys about, we've just started going live and doing a lot of live streams. Most nights, actually, we're going to be going live. We're going to have different topics. I might do some actual live shows like this, but we'll just do them live. We are also doing watch-alongs. We just got off a watch-along with the Barca Rayo Vallecano match. We also did a live stream during the Barcelona Athletic Club match. We've been getting a ton of viewers, almost 2,000 just in this last match. So it's definitely been going really well. A couple quick shout outs to Cedar and Jay, the biggest donators from the last few live streams. So I'm going to be giving shout outs to the biggest donators, and I appreciate everyone else who's been supporting, who's been joining the live streams. But I want to talk to you guys about what we just saw with Barcelona, talk about Dani Olmo's debut with Barcelona, and then a couple other loose ends with transfer rumors and stuff like that that we're going to touch on as well. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome everyone. If you guys are not, welcome back. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Now let's jump in and talk about Barcelona. Now, before we actually touch on the specifics of the match, I don't care who you support, because Barcelona almost was robbed in that match. Lewandowski's goal that was called off. I don't care if you're a Madrid fan, a Rayo fan, that was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. In certain circumstances, VAR is it's beneficial, but that was absolutely uncalled for. Koundé wins the ball clean, and then as he's stepping away, his cleat barely touches the front toe of the defender, who would have had no impact on the play whatsoever, and they call the play back. That was an absolute disgrace and robbery. Barcelona, I'm so glad they won, because if they didn't, that's a huge call. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Let me know if you guys think that was a complete robbery. I think everyone has to agree that it was. Now, who stood out for Barcelona? Well, Pedri, complete masterclass. But again, he kind of fell down, got hurt at the end of the match. And again, if you watch that closely, he barely got touched, honestly. They barely touched his calf, and it's like he's made of glass. I literally am like, oh, he's hurt again. It looks like he's going to be fine, but besides the point, if this is what we get from Pedri week in and week out, honest to God, this kid is one of the most talented players in the world. And what he provided to Barcelona today from a vision standpoint, scoring standpoint, he had a 13.8% chance of scoring that goal. He could have passed it to Lewandowski, takes it on his left foot, beautiful composed finish. I mean, the kid was absolutely world-class tonight. I really can't say anything bad about him. If we can just get him to stay healthy this entire season, there's very few teams, I think, that are going to be able to beat Barcelona. I think we can hang with almost any team. This kid is insanely talented. Dani Olmo, what can we say? There were people that were hating on him. There were some people that were happy with the transfer. I think he just silenced his critics. Completely changed the match in the dynamic of Barcelona the second he stepped on in the beginning of the second half. His touches, his turns, his passing, the beautiful goal, beautiful touch, turns his body, finesse his left foot, beautiful goal, game-winning goal, man of the match, debut for Barcelona. You can't write a better story for the kid. So if this is what we're getting, a front three of Dani Olmo as Cam, Rafinha on the left, and Lamine Yamal on the right, that's one of the most dangerous front threes or front fours in the world. This team is going to be sick if injuries do not plague this team and Hansi Flick ball goes to plan. This team's going to be insane. They will be a top 3-4 team in the world, I think, at the end of the year. Rafinha, you know what? I don't want to say I was a Rafinha hater. I want to say that I wasn't sold on him. I am now. I think he's going to be one of the most important players in this squad. It doesn't matter where you play him. Play him on the right, play him up top, play him on the left, or play him at Cam. The guy gives so much energy and so much passion. He might not have the best touch. He might lose possession, but he sprints and runs as hard as he can, and he goes back and tries to win the ball, or does win the ball. He created an amazing opportunity, passes it right across the center of the goal. Lewandowski goes right through his legs. That should have been a goal. Plays the assist to Pedri. The guy he works so hard. And, you know, this front three, if they're healthy, man, Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo, and Rafinha, that's who you got to start. Ferran Torres should never touch the field. Rafinha, I'm a big fan. I hope you guys feel the same. Put him at Cam if you need to. It doesn't matter where you put him. He's going to be impactful. He works so hard. He creates space. He makes great runs. I'm a huge Rafinha fan. I don't know what else to say. I hope you guys feel the same way, because his passion, it creates an aura for himself. Rafinha has an aura now, and I think a lot of us are starting to see it now and witness it. I think Bernal It wasn't his best game, but towards the end of the match, he actually had a really great tackle that stood out to me. He had a couple other nice passes, and I think obviously it's going to take some time for him to get completely comfortable. But what else can we say? 17-year-old that just happens to come in and start for us right now. You can't really criticize him, and I think he's only going to get better. And a quick fun fact, side note, in the Barcelona Youth Academy, in 286 matches that he played in, he had 280 goals. So not only could he be the Busquets successor, he could actually be the Busquets successor that scores a lot of goals, or at least some goals. So that's an upside that I don't know if everyone knew. I just heard about that myself last night. Lamine Yamal was good. I've already noticed it looks like he's actually a little quicker, stronger, and faster than he was a couple months ago. And I think he's starting to grow a little more, which is great for him to develop. He's going to get stronger and faster, which is great. I think in the first half, every time he had the ball, he was beating a guy one-on-one. He had a couple nice opportunities he created. He linked up with a couple players nice. There was some good tiki-taka link-up play he had a couple times. I think one was with Koundé in the second half. He was beating guys one-on-one. I would still like to see, just for a minute, try Lamine Yamal. Maybe try him as a false nine. Just try it. I would like to see how it works. Either that or run Lamine Yamal as like a right forward, and then Rafinha as like the left striker, and then Dani Olmo as like the cam / false nine, like Real Madrid played Bellingham last year. I would actually like to see that a lot, because I was talking good about Lewandowski, and I think he's going to have a decent year goal-wise, but I still don't see energy and link-up play that I would want. I still think there's more, but at the same time, he's a little older. We can't expect all that, but I think it's worth trying, because, you know, you can't start Louis every game. I think we have to give him a break at times, and at times even maybe start Rafinha as a center forward and see how that can go, because he's really fast and he'll run behind, he'll break the lines and create some opportunity and space that way. But I would actually, just as a quick side note, like to see maybe Barcelona try one of those two different, tactics or formations. Now, the very few critiques I have was I'm just concerned with the defense at times. The goal that Rayo scored was completely preventable. Obviously, this Gerard guy, I'm not as familiar with him, to be completely honest. I think Balde should have started, especially because he gives a lot more attacking depth. But obviously with the injury, we have to limit that. But it was a terrible, terrible attempt or effort by Ter Stegen that should have been saved. I don't trust Inigo Martinez. Cabarsi is fine for the most part, but he's still really young and inexperienced. And I think with the loss of Araujo and Christensen, that's going to be Barcelona's biggest downfall. Right now, Joao Cancelo just signed with El Hilal. I kind of wish Barcelona went for him, just because with some of these injuries, Balde, you don't want to play him all the time and overuse him. I think Hector Fort, they should use him, but Cancelo could have been beneficial on the attack. They could have moved Koundé in the center with Cabarsi, played Cancelo on the right. I don't know. So I think Barcelona might need to try and find another defender or an outside back, since we have a couple injuries right now in the defense, and I think that's the biggest issue Barcelona is going to encompass right now. So these are my thoughts about the match, everything that I saw and that we were talking about in the live stream and the chat together. Briefly, the transfer rumors. Right now, it's Leao, is it Chiesa, Nico? To be completely honest, I don't think it's any of them. I think Nico, I think the door's shut. Chiesa seems more likely to go to Liverpool, which doesn't really make much sense. I think in instances it could be beneficial to give Mohamed Salah a rest. Now, that's not his ideal position, but I didn't realize actually how many matches he's missed over the last 3 seasons. He's missed over 60. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that Barcelona didn't sign him, and I guarantee you that's why his value is so low at 10 to 15 million, because of the injury issues. And then Leao, Barcelona said they wanted to make one last push, but who are we kidding? If they're not signing a 15 million euro player or a 60 million or 50 with Nico, they're not signing Leao, who's like 90 plus. It's just, I don't see it's going to happen. Last, it looks like the Nike deal, I keep saying it's happening. It's about to happen. I don't think it's been officially confirmed. I think it's extremely close. 10-year deal. 90 million per season, I think up from like 35 million per season if I'm not mistaken, and then 115 million sign-on bonus, which is insane. That's huge for the club, and that has to get them out of their financial situation. So I will update you guys the more information that I receive, but it looks like that's all we have for the time being on the Nike deal. But that's what I have for you guys for today's video. Thank you guys. If you guys stayed till the end, thank you so much. Definitely don't forget to tune into our live streams. We're going to go live most nights. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to shout out everybody that donates in my videos. So if you guys want to support the channel, that's a great way to do that. And I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. And I hope to see you guys back here next time on the GRETT Show.